These are the makeup hacks that the pros don't necessarily want you to know, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. I've been doing makeup for 19 years, and over that time I've picked up so many little tricks from celebrity makeup artists. These are the kind of makeup tricks that they use backstage or on set that never seem to make it into the average tutorial. So I am so excited to share them with you today. So let's jump right into the first one. I've seen this makeup hack done backstage a couple of times before, but where it really caught me off guard was when I saw Hailey Bieber doing it in a TikTok. In one of her Get Ready With Me videos, she swiped her Dior stick foundation onto the back of her hand, then mixed it with a milky toner before buffing it into her skin with a brush. So she basically diluted her foundation, but instead of doing it with a moisturizer or even like an oil, which we've seen a million times before, she just used a milky toner. And of course, the internet freaked the hell out like they always do when there's anything to do with Hailey Bieber skin and makeup. But I gotta say, it's a pretty brilliant hack. For my version of this hack, I actually like using the haruharuwonder blackrice probiotics barrier essence. I've been recommending this brand in so many of my videos lately that they actually reached out to sponsor this one. So thank you so much to haruharuwonder for supporting the channel. It was perfect timing for this video. And as you guys know, I love this brand. I talk about them constantly. So really this was just a match made in heaven. So this probiotics barrier essence has a really rich, milky formula that feels lightweight on the skin, but is super hydrating. And because it's packed with probiotics, it actually exfoliates to smooth texture over time while also boosting moisture and strengthening the skin barrier, which is exactly why foundation glides on it so seamlessly. So here's what I suggest you do if you want to try what Hailey is doing. Before you even mix it into the foundation, massage a layer of the essence onto clean skin. Depending on how much moisture you need or how dry your skin is, you can build it up 2 or even 3 times. Once it's absorbed, add a couple of drops into your foundation, buff it in, and you'll see the difference instantly. On my right side, I apply foundation alone, so no skin prep, no toner, nothing. On my left side, I prep the skin with the Haru essence, and I also mixed it into the stick foundation. You can really see the difference here. The hack side has that smooth cloud skin finish that Hailey is known for, and the other side just looks a lot drier. This makeup hack is one that has stuck with me for years. I first learned about it back in 2015, reading blogs and watching coverage of Balmain's fall fashion show. I know that was 10 years ago. I know, but listen up, because I still feel like it's still very relevant, almost more relevant than ever actually. The makeup artist for that show was the legendary Tom Pesciot, and his approach completely changed how I thought about creating bronzy, glowy skin on my clients, and I still use this technique to this day. So in that show, instead of layering on foundation, bronzer, and then liquid highlighter all separately, like everyone was doing at the time, he mixed bronzer and foundation right into a few drops of facial oil and then buffed everything onto the skin all together. The result looked beautiful on the runway. It looked really fresh and radiant, but almost like there was no makeup on the models' faces. So if you want to try this at home, there are 2 easy ways to do it. The first method is great for days when you want lighter coverage. Just mix a drop of your favorite facial oil with a little liquid bronzer and a few drops of foundation, and then blend it straight into the skin. It will give you that sheer radiant glow without feeling like you're wearing much at all. And the second is for when you want more coverage or need more coverage. So in that case, you're gonna mix the liquid bronzer with your face oil first, rub that into the skin, and then layer a medium coverage foundation on top. You'll still see that bronzy, kind of healthy glow shining through, but with a bit more coverage where you actually need it. You can really see the differences here from one side to the other. Let me know in the comments which side you like the most for this one. This next makeup hack is such a simple one, but it makes a big difference in how your concealer wears. I first learned about this from celebrity makeup artist Harush's YouTube channel. She's known for glamming up the Kardashians, along with a lot of other A-list celebrities like J-Lo. And she's also known for teaching those really polished, full coverage, ultra glam techniques, basically the makeup that I absolutely love. That is Harush. If you haven't discovered her yet, you should check her out. She's really beyond amazing. So the idea for this hack is so simple. Don't blend your concealer right away. After you apply it under the eyes or on a spot, let it sit for 30 to 60 seconds before going in and blending. During that pause, the formula thickens slightly and almost grips the skin. So when you finally go in with your brush or your sponge, you get fuller coverage and much longer wear. On the left side of my face, I'm letting my concealer marinate, and on the right side, I'm just blending it out right away. Look at the difference in how this applies. The marinated side has noticeably more coverage without adding any extra product at all. It almost feels like one of those hacks that's just too easy, you know, like, oh, it's easy, it's obvious. But once you actually try it, you actually do it, you wait that 30 seconds or 1 minute before blending, you'll see immediately why this is such a genius pro tip. I came across this makeup hack on Laura Mercier's blog the other day, even though I've been doing this for years, but it reminded me again of why it's so genius. The idea is to mix your liquid foundation with a little bit of loose setting powder to create your own long-wearing base. Here's how you do it. Pump a bit of foundation onto the back of your hand or a mixing palette, sprinkle in some loose powder, and mix it until it turns into a soft mousse-like texture. Then apply it just like you do any other normal foundation. The powder gives the foundation some extra grip and a very soft matte finish, almost like you're already set it, but without looking heavy or cakey. It's the perfect hack if you're heading to an event or if you need your makeup to last throughout heat and humidity. And it's also great if you want a different finish from your foundation, but you don't want to buy a whole new foundation. This trick really can instantly transform what you already have into something that is completely new. On the right side of my face, I apply foundation on its own. And on the left side of my face, I mixed in the powder first before applying it, and you can really see the difference in the finish. Now, since we're on this topic anyways, let's talk about how to make the entire base routine last so much longer. So you can do this to extend your makeup wear time, but there's something else you could do too that you might not know about. Most people think of setting spray as the very last step in your makeup routine. You finish your makeup, you give yourself a mist, and you're done. But here is the hack. Don't just use it once, use it in layers. So you're gonna start with a light mist before your foundation so that the product has something to grip onto. Then after you've blended out your liquid base, you're gonna mist again. And once you've powdered, you're gonna give yourself one final spray to melt everything in. So think of it like building a sandwich of hold between each layer, and that's what's gonna keep your makeup from sliding around or breaking up throughout the day. Instead of the base sitting on top of your skin, everything just melts together and lasts hours longer. The next hack is all about nose contouring. Contouring the nose can be one of the trickiest parts of makeup. It is so easy for it to look harsh or very obvious, but this reverse contour hack makes it way easier for beginners and a lot more natural. So here's how it works. So instead of drawing dark lines down the sides of your nose, start by applying contour lightly across the entire bridge of the nose, and then take a little concealer and place it on the sides and right down the center of the bridge, blending it out softly by stippling. The contour adds depth, the concealer brightens, and together they create very subtle definition without that heavy, overdrawn, kind of stripy look. It gives you shape, but in a really effortless way. I'll show you side by side. On this side, I did a traditional nose contour, and on the other side, I used the reverse contour method. Look at how amazing the reverse contour side looks, and it's actually a lot easier to do it that way, especially if you're a beginner. The next hack is all about keeping your lips in place because we all know how quickly lips can smudge or fade throughout the day. I actually learned this one from two of my celebrity makeup artist friends. Rosemary Swift talked about it when we filmed together, and Nikki LaRose talked about it in a really great reel. I'll leave her reel linked in the description box for you in case you want to check it out and watch it. I found it very educational and very helpful. So here's the trick. You're going to start by applying a light layer of translucent powder to your bare lips, then apply your lip liner, lock it in with another dusting of powder on top, and then finally finish with your lipstick or your gloss. That powder, liner, powder sandwich locks the color down, gives your lipstick something to grip onto, and keeps everything from bleeding into any little fine lines that you may have. Again, this is a simple step. It's a really easy hack, but it makes a huge difference if you want your lips to actually last throughout eating and throughout drinking throughout the whole entire day. This last hack is one that I use every single time that I do makeup, whether it's on myself or on clients. I have shared it before, but I can't leave it out because it's such an essential part of my process. I learned this one in the green room from a senior stylist when I was in my early 20s working on a music video for Nelly Furtado in Toronto, and I've never forgotten it. It became like a core memory in my brain. So this is what it is. Whenever you need to sharpen a winged liner, or you need to clean up shadow fallout or tidy up the edge of like a bold lip or anything like that, the instinct is usually to grab a wipe or a makeup remover. That's what I was doing on set that day. But the makeup artist stopped me because the problem with that is that it often leaves kind of an oily residue behind, and then it's hard to get makeup to sit properly on top of it. So a much better way to clean fallout is to dip a Q-tip into a little bit of moisturizer and use that as an eraser. It is actually so brilliant because it melts away just enough product to give you like a clean, sharp edge to completely remove dust or whatever, but it doesn't leave the skin oily or stripped at all. Plus, it also adds a touch of like plumping and hydration back into the skin. It works beautifully for eyeliner, beautifully. It's the only way that I ever do a winged liner or a smoky wing or anything. It also works really well for fixing mascara smudges, and it's also perfect for perfecting lipstick edges. Once you try it, you will never, I'm telling you, you will never clean up your makeup any other way ever again. I hope this is a core memory for you as much as it was a core memory for me when I was like 21. Now, if you found this video interesting and want to learn a few ways that you might be accidentally making yourself look older and how to fix those mistakes, then I suggest watching this video next. I'll link it right here for you because this video is over.